Hi guys, and a happy new year. I don't know if I've officially said a happy new year. If I haven't, happy new year to you. And how have you been enjoying the year so far? Like, to me personally, it's been good, and I just can't wait for the rest to unfold. And I know it's only going to get better and better and better and better. Okay, if you have reading or you want to start reading as part of your new year resolution, or it's just something, is a hobby you want to explore and you want to read African literature, I am here as your book fairy to tell you 5 good books for beginner level. Okay, all right, so this is the first book I would recommend that you read, The Sacred Lives of Baba Shegi's Wives. So this book is centered around Ishola Alao, that is Baba Shegi, and his 3 wives, Iya Shegi, Iya Tope, and Iya Femi. And then he went to bring the 4th wife, a young girl, educated, it definitely got the other wives jealous, and it just disrupted their whole dynamics in the house. And obviously this story was told in love, in secret, and everything in between. Just pure chaos in my opinion, but it was funny and there were lessons to learn. I absolutely loved each character, even though Bolanle's character, he just gave me a little bit of, will I say, trauma. One of the things I learned from this book is learn to face your past. Like, learn to walk with it, learn to face it, overcome it, and move. If not, no matter how far gone you are in the future, it's definitely going to haunt you. So it's best you deal with it and move on with your life. So if you're a beginner and you want to start, this book is a must read and is a must have. Trust me, you will love it. The second book I have on my list is one of my all-time favorite. I absolutely love this book. I love the writer. I love everything about this book. It is The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abidari. This book made me cry. I was reading this book, I was crying. Like, I had tears in my eyes. I was crying. I cried because of this book. This book was funny, emotional, lessons to learn. This book taught me about fear, how to weaponize fear. Fear can be 2 things. You can either weaponize your fear or you succumb to it. And this book opened my eyes to some things. Yes, I know you'd be like, something they've been saying, blah blah blah, but sometimes when you read some things that actually resonate so well with you, or you see in your own understanding, you see deep reasonings, or you see deep things to some things, when you read this, you just tend to relate and tend to like, okay, yeah, yes. So this book is one of those books that actually touched me deeply, and I loved the character Aduni. Aduni is a resilient, fearless, fearful little girl who was a go-getter. She was determined no matter what. Now, when you're reading this book, don't expect to read a lot of good English. Trust me, now you're going to read broken English. It's not pidgin, mind you, it's not pidgin. You're not reading pidgin, you're reading broken English, where the tenses, the verbs, the past participle, past whatever, everything is jammed. I'm coming, let me see if I can get a very good line for you guys to read, because you see lines like this, like that, like, okay, this is one of my favorite lines in the book. The man is reminding me of when a balloon have just burst, the shape of it when the air inside is coming out. Big Daddy look like he is having air in the top half of his body and no air in the rest bottom half. You read a lot of tenses, you read a lot of things like this, and I love the fact that the author made us to spend so much time in the character's head that, I don't know, I just fell in love with Aduni. Like, she was just a lovely girl overall, and the fact that I spent so much time in her head and seeing things through her eyes made it even better for me. At that point, I didn't want to even read it through another person's eyes. Like, I did not. I just wanted to keep reading it through Aduni's eyes, because the way she describes things, the way she sees things is absolutely different, and I just fell in love with it. Despite her circumstance, despite the fact that she doesn't know how to speak good English and whatnot, it did not stop her from her goal. She knew where she was going to, she knew where she wanted to be, and she was a go-getter. Like, she was resilient. Even though she was scared, she was afraid, but she used that fear and everything, she weaponized it to get what she wanted. And the fact that she kept reminding herself, despite everything that was going on around her, the fact that she kept reminding herself where she wants to see herself, like where she's going to, even though at some point she almost gave up, but the fact that she kept reassuring herself, things started falling in place, even though it was difficult, but things started to fall in place. And she was meeting the right people, the right, she was making the right moves. It was beautiful. It was sweet and sour and bitter at the same time. But overall, I enjoyed this book so well, and that is why it is one of my favorite books ever. And so I will always recommend it to beginners. Read A Girl with the Louding Voice by Abidari. Trust me, this book, you will fall in love with African literature. The third book, I Do Not Come to You by Chance. It is written by Adaobi, Tricia, Nwabuani. This book is a lovely book. Trust me, it's a lovely read. I enjoyed this book. Yes, I enjoyed reading it. Did I really like it? Not really. But did I enjoy it? Absolutely. Will I recommend it? I am recommending it to you to read because you absolutely love this book. This book, I don't know, there's just something about this book that is so beautiful to read, and I loved it, and that is why I'm recommending it. Now, this book is about the yahoo that fraud. And one thing that I learned in this book is you work smart, not hard. You work smart and not hard, no matter what. Just work smart and you'll be okay. All right. And anytime you see opportunity, you seize it. Don't lose guard. Trust me, you don't want to lose guard. Okay. I think they've already adapted the book to a movie. I'm not sure, and I heard it was premiered in Kansas, in France, or in the film festival, something like that. And Blossom Chukwujeku was his big daddy, and then the younger guy in Afame Funada's Onwa Boy story, the younger Afam is Kings, and I think I don't know Genevieve's character. I also heard this guy Chimize, yes, is also going to be in the movie, things like that. I don't really know much about it, but this is what I read, and I can't wait. I'll absolutely love it if they release that movie for me to watch, because I enjoyed the book. The writer is amazing. There was little humor, even though the book is not about humor. It's not supposed to make you laugh or make you smile. You're just supposed to enjoy reading and learning whatnot and all of that. But the writer did her best to keep you hooked till the end of the book. In fact, it's a whole lot. If I start talking, I'm not going to end today. So I would advise you to read this book as well if you're starting your collection. So this is one of the books that should be in your collection. This is actually an amazing book, and I'll rate it an 8/10. Okay, so I'm not sure I rated this book, but this book is a 10/10. This book is a 9/10. So the fourth book is a mix for me. It's a mixture of but I just finished reading it and I absolutely love the book. Now, I'm not a big fan of love. I'm not a sucker for love. In a way, I'm a sucker for love, but at the same time, I'm not a sucker for love. Sorry. So I don't really read a lot of romantic books or novels, but there's an exception, okay? Call Me Ligachi. Call Me Ligachi is... You guys do not believe that while I was filming, I was just talking. If I finished the video, and then I realized that we stopped at the third book. At this point, I want to take it up because I'm tired. But anyways, let's get back into it. This book is actually an amazing read. I enjoyed it. It's centered around a young girl who was in love, and she traveled abroad for her master's on a scholarship, and also her boyfriend, which she worshipped as a king, a useless man at that. Sorry if I'm using degrading words, but the man is just useless. Anyways, a useless man at that. She gave him a lot of her money that she was supposed to use to sustain herself, but she gave the stupid man the money, and the man used it for whatever. And over, you know what? I'm giving. Let me not give you guys all the wicked details. Let me just give you guys good, like, overall view of the book. So you're just a young girl struggling, finding love, finding balance with work, school, and life in general. She saw herself like she did not value herself enough for some of the good things that a man should give. Basically, like she expected that, oh, because she's dating a handsome man, a man with chiseled body, a tall fine man, so she's supposed to kiss his ass, worship him, because she's not deserving of that. Now, nobody should ever feel like that, and I'll not blame her because of her background. That's where she's coming from, where the barest minimum is being celebrated. So if you're not into romance, you're not into love like that, just like me, then you will like Mechanics of Yenagoa. Mechanics of Yenagoa is written by Micheal Afenfia. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my mic because it keeps going off. I don't know why, even though I charged it. Okay, so that's by the way. So Mechanics of Yenagoa is written by Micheal Afenfia. The main character, Ibinimi, he keeps getting into trouble. It's all about his life and the lives of other people that know him, or people around him, basically. And it's really a lovely book. Now, some people might say they enjoyed the read, while some might say it was kind of boring, which I totally understand both point of views, because at some point the suspense was being dragged, and so it tends to be boring. But a few pages later, you're good to go. You absolutely love it. Trust me, like, you like the book. The book is that interesting. Now, I made a review also about it, so if you've not seen it, you can go watch it. That's the link there, and I'll also leave it in the description box, so you can watch it to understand what I'm trying to say. Now, this book is absolutely amazing, and I really personally I love it. So if you don't like romance, like I said earlier, call me Ligachi, you can also read Mechanics of Yenagoa. And one thing I like about this book is the fact, especially for ladies, is the fact that Ligachi went from somebody who did not appreciate herself and who did not see value in herself to somebody who knew that she had to put herself first. That is something I absolutely love. A lot of women tend to fall into that category, but when you meet the right people, the right who have the right mindset, trust me, everything will change. You will see yourself differently, and that is the positive crowd that you need to excel as a young lady, even a young man as well. So anyways, that's just it. So you can get both of them if you can, but if not, if you like love and you tend to flow more with love, get Call Me Ligachi. But if you maybe like adventure, less love, go with Mechanics of Yenagoa, or you can go with both, like I said. Anyone. And I saved the best for last. This is one of my favorite books of all times. If you've spoken recently about books, then you know the book I'm talking about, because I'm always like mentioning it. That's how much I love the book. I love the book so much. This book is supposed to go down in history as one of the greatest or bestest books to ever come out of Nigeria. Quote me anyway. I said it. Anyway, so this is Tomorrow Died Yesterday by Chimika Garrix. I absolutely love this book. The twist, the turn. That's it, thorns. The twist, the turn, everything. Like, everything about this book is absolutely amazing. Like, I really love it. Respect and kudos to the writer, Chimika Garrix. You are a genius. Like, you are amazing. The story is like the basis of the story is love, friendship, family. And love, not just love for your community, love for your people, love for your friends, for your family, not just man and woman. Nah. It was even way less than that. Love for yourself, love for what you stand for, your passion. Like, I absolutely love this book, and there were a lot of learning moments and things that I just love. For somebody like me that is curious about the Niger Delta, about the kidnappings back then. It's still ongoing, but it's very low. Those militants, then the oil bunkery, the oil companies, all that story, like all that nastiness and everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. I want to know more about it. Same way I'm very curious about the Biafra War. So any book that's centered around the Biafra War or kidnappings, especially in the Niger Delta, count me in. Like, I'm right there. I love those type of books, and that is why this captivated my mind or captivated me good. Like it captured me very well because I'm interested in that kind of things. And aside that, this is also a very good story, even if you're not interested in the Niger Delta or stuff like that. Even if you're not interested in stuff like that, like it doesn't matter, you absolutely love this book, and that is why I'm recommending it. The story is so good. Forget all the extras that I'm saying. The story is so good. Each character was built properly. Like the stories, it's just, see, overall it's just a very good book, and I'll rate it 10 over 10. Like I absolutely love this book. This Tomorrow Died Yesterday. Out of all the 5 books I've recommended, if you're going to buy book, like the first book you should buy is Tomorrow Died Yesterday. It sets the tone right, it sets the mood right. Trust me, once you read it, you start falling in love with other ones. Like you'll be sold like immediately. So Tomorrow Died Yesterday is one of my favorites, and I was so sad when they killed my favorite character, Doye Kuku. I don't know why girls like bad boys. I like bad boys, like Doye, like bad boys. Forget about that. Just forget about it. Yeah, but yeah, I don't really like bad boys like that. But I mean, like, I just like Doye. Do boy. Yeah, I love this character so much. Like I could understand. See, just go and read the book a bit, because if I start talking, I will not end this video. Like I absolutely love this. I hope I've been able to convince you to buy these books. Yes, so as a beginner, these are the 5 books I will recommend as your book fairy to get. So as you advance, definitely I'm going to drop more book recommendations that you can get in African literature. I myself personally am trying to is it correct when I say I myself personally? I don't think, it doesn't sound right. But anyways, personally, I'm trying to read other genres of books. Like I said, I'm beginning to have an interest in history. So that's something I want to look into, especially the Biafra War. Like that's something I want to. So if maybe you've read books before, or you've read those type of books, kindly recommend some in the comment section. Or if you know anybody that knows, please send me their way. I'll be send them my way, or send me their way, whatever whatever it is. Like I don't mind, honestly. So the more I explore, the more I'm going to put it out in this channel. And yeah, if you're a new subscriber, welcome to the My Gang. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I drop amazing book reviews. And yeah, from my 5 favorite books to you, I'll see you next time. Bye.